Welcome to Mr. Robomare Gaming. Today I am going to do a ChirpatineThrawn run on the hat and show you how to get 1.5 million with this squad. So you do need to use Chirpa as your leader because he grants allies bonus damage and turn meter whenever they use a basic attack, which I'll show you comes into play huge later on. So other than that, he's just a gear level 9 and he's modded very weirdly, and I think if you have something equivocal to this, you should be able to achieve pretty similar results. Grand Admiral Thrawn. I would mod him so that he is tenacious, so that he can resist the ability block that the B2 rocket trooper can inflict, whether that be through tenacity mods or as a secondary stat. Make him as tenacious as possible. He will need to use Fracture as well, although it's not critical that it's Omega'd. Royal Guard, gear level 10, modded with health and defense for extra survivability. And if you can get a secondary stat of potency, that would help him inflict the stun, which he'll need to use on the droids with their special abilities. Here we have Fuzzy Magugu Ewok Elder, gear level 10, modded with critical chance, defense, and health. Nothing special. Here we have Palpatine, definitely my strongest character on the squad. Things to keep in mind when modding him: try to make him as potent as possible so that he can inflict the shock. So I got a speed of 169, which isn't extraordinarily high, but the thing you want to keep in mind here is to make sure that your Palpatine is faster than your Thrawn, and I'll show you why. Finally, you want to make Palp's special critical chance as high as possible as well. I could only get mine about 46% here without tinkering and messing with other stuff, but it works well enough for me. So this squad kicks butt because you can use them as your opening attack right away. No fiddling about with anything else, which I think is great. So here we go. I'm going to explain a few things that you need to do in order for this to work right, and then we'll just watch it play out. The first is stunning that droid so that he can't use his special ability, because if he does, you're toast. Game over. So this first shock by Palpatine is pretty critical. If I can't get that shock to go the first time, I'll retreat, hence making Palpatine potent. So the next key step here is to do Thrawn's Grand Admiral's command on Palpatine to give him the turn meter so that he can shock the next droid. So the reason that you want Palp faster than Thrawn is because for Thrawn's first move, you want to give turn meter back to Palp so you can get 2 shocks in there. And for Thrawn's second move, you want to lay the fracture down on B2 rocket droid. Then you use Palp here to shock the next droid. Alrighty, so then we do Chief Chirpa's Tribal Unity, and if I have a droid that has a special ability marker on him that has not been stunned, I'll aim for that droid, because I'll either call Palpatine or Royal Guard or Thrawn as an assist, and if it's Palp, that's cool, I get another shock in there, and if it's Royal Guard, that's cool, because then I can stun that droid, and everybody will get speed up, which will help Palp shock the next droid faster. So in a perfect world here, I would be using Thrawn's Fracture on that B2 rocket trooper. But as you see here, I am ability blocked and cannot do that. So instead I just shoot him, and it still works this way. You can still do it. However, if you are not ability blocked, try to fracture that B2 rocket trooper on Thrawn's second turn. Keep the shock on with Sheev Palpatine. Stun that droid. Ooh, 5 out of 6. There goes Ewok Elder. There's your fracture. And there is all 6 shocks. So fracture on a raid boss such as this equals negative 50% speed and a negative 30% counter chance. So this is super critical in gaining all this extra damage. This basically does not work without the fracture. A good idea is to set it on auto battle at this point and select the basic, not auto battle, because he'll just use his basic attack over and 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 over again on this droid. And I say that because one time I was having this awesome run and I kept hitting the basic attack with my thumb, and then my big thumb got in the way and accidentally hit the middle button, which is let the hate flow, and it killed everybody, messed up a great run, and I was kind of ticked off. So yeah, I'd use basic, run it on basic. Royal Guard is nice to have here because he will taunt when Palp gets below 50% health, and that'll allow you to go a little longer. I'm totally not getting the criticals that I can get. I've gotten as much as 1.8 million with this method, and I think the first time I did this I got about 500k, which I was like, wow, amazing, that's great, which kind of was at the time. Bottom line though is individual results may vary depending on how quickly you can get that fracture on and how quickly you can shock all 6 of those droids, and quite frankly how good your Palpatine is. So here we have a Thrawn counterattack that inflicted defense down, which is also great because then you can do more damage. So Palp's getting down there in health, which is concerning a little bit. Royal Guard still got that taunt up, but if B2 does his group attack, I'll probably only survive one more of those before I'm toast. So that again will play into how much you can score overall with this tactic. So I took it off auto battle just to show you how slow and monotonous this gets if you just want to continue to press that one button over and over again. However, sometimes right around this point I will have, if Ewok Elder's around, he'll get a turn coming up, of which I'll use to heal everybody. Or sometimes it's been where Royal Guards died, so I'll bring somebody back. However, it's so slow this way. So slow. So there is an alternate ending to this madness, massacre, slaughter of the battle droid, and that would be to use Palpatine's Let the Hate Flow, which gives you offense up, plus you'll get full health from it. This may allow you to get an extra 200k maybe. Don't quote me on that though, I can't remember exactly. Or you can just go down with the ship as I usually do at this point because I've done sufficient damage and I'm happy. I want to say I made it to the enraged mode of this battle once doing this tactic. I think that's how I got my 1.8 million. It all boils down to a bunch of luck and some simple tricks and nonsense. But if you do those steps that I outlined in this video, you should be able to get to at least this point where they're all shocked, and then it's up to Palp from there. And there he goes. There he goes, and there he goes, and there he goes. And so there you have it. Individual results will vary, and it's primarily because of how good your Palpatine is. The better the Palp, the more damage you do, and I really hope this works for you. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. See you later. Bye.